What's up? What's up? How are we, guys? I hope you're all very, very well. So tonight we have a change of scenery. Numero uno, I'm actually wearing a shirt for once, which is a very rare occasion, so enjoy it while it lasts. Number two, I'm in Brizzy up in South Bank. Um, so I'm just chilling here for the day. I've just been with my boy Joss, and we've been pretty much working out the JCF's new system. So we're really taking things next level. We are pretty much redesigning a whole programming system, so we're making it super specific. My goal is to make it so that every single day my clients can input a variable, so they can answer a question for us about how they slept, their digestion, all that sort of stuff, sleep quality, HRV, the whole lot, and then we automatically tailor their program to that. So it's going to be like next level shit. I'm excited. And then on top of that too, we're changing up massive amounts of the JCF systems. So we're getting our guys more calls. So every single person who's training with us, you're going to get at least one call a month. You get at least one call a month on the lowest level package. That's not including the highest level package, the two higher ones. So yeah, cool shit is happening. Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm just going to share this in the Shred community right now. There I go. Bang. Posted. Yeah, so that's it. And pretty much today, I've had a shitload of questions coming in recently, like an absolute heap of questions coming in. So I thought rather than me going on and waffling about certain topics that I want to talk about, what I've been asked about, I'll just get you guys to run this whole thing. So you can ask whatever you want. Go, shoot, ask questions, anything you want. I'm going to answer it. Thank you, both. Also, for those of you who are in Brizzy and you haven't seen the invites yet to the catch up tonight, you've got an hour to get there. So 6:30, Mucho Mexicana in at South Bank. We're meeting up there. I don't know who we've got coming, to be perfectly honest. We've got a few people coming. We've got Gemma's mate. We've got Chance and Kyle. There's 4 that I know of so far. But yes, we're going to have a fair few people down there for a feed. I'm just going to get a stupid amount of Mexican, put myself into a food coma before I fly out again tomorrow. So if you're around and you want to dish your Valentine's, come out with us and be lonely together. Okay, now Ravio's just started it off, kicked things off, and he has asked, do you reckon chips are good to eat every day? Mate, the thing with chips is that they're nothing, too bad at all about them, assuming they're not deep fried. So if you're deep frying your chips and you're putting shitloads of oil and rubbishy crap into it, and you're using oils which are able to be turned into trans fats or become pro-inflammatory, yes, they're not good for you whatsoever. But if you're just oven baking a little bit of potato, it's sweet, bro. So I used to eat chips like every single night. I used to cut up my potato, chuck it in the oven, and she'd be right. She'd be sweet. Now, Jess just said, I had a terrible day today and all I wanted some comfort food. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but any suggestions on what I can eat instead? Use your dark chocolate, Jess. I know that's not as comforting as a nice burger, but use it anyway. Get a steak into you, something a bit more protein. Have a bit more protein in your diet. It's going to make you much, much more full, and it's going to get rid of that. On top of it too, the other thing you do is instead of looking for comfort within food for a dopamine burst, do something else to give you a dopamine burst. You know what I mean? Go out, do something, go train, do whatever you need to do. Just make sure that you're doing something else other than sitting at home by yourself feeling lonely. The worst thing you can do is to isolate yourself and pretty much to not make the most of every single minute. Because let's be honest, Jess, you might have had a shit day, but your life's pretty fucking awesome, okay? Jess, number one, you're a cool chick. I like you, and that's rare. I don't like many people. Nah, I do. I like a lot of people, but you're a cool person. So that's number one. Number two, all right, you're getting shredded, all right, slowly but surely, so be thankful for that. Number three, you live in Australia, all right, in Sydney of all fucking places. What is not to be thankful about that, all right? Now, Fadi just asked, how much water are you supposed to take in for a 72-kilo person? Roughly 5 litres a day or so. By the way, he's Joss, everyone, if you haven't met him. The genius behind all the step improvements. He's just chilling out with me here. Buddy, roughly 4.9 litres per day is what I would suggest for you, and that's going to be a good. Okie doke. Next one, Paulie Curry just asked, trying to avoid using mince for meals, but as I'm eating cold, I'm finding it hard to find good cuts of meat. Any ideas? Bruh, you can eat mince, but you just need to make sure that it's not the shitty pre-packaged mince. It's got all the crap in it, okay? All the crap in it, your whole heaps of You know, not look, anything that's pre-packaged, just avoid it in general. Go to your butcher and ask for the fresh stuff where they've, you know, had excess bits of or off cups of rump, scotch, all those sorts of things. That is the mince you want to go for, because that stuff's fine. But anything that's been acid washed in order to bring the ligaments and tendons, whatnot, off the bone, yeah, ligaments and tendons off the bone, then yeah, it's fine. Okay. Now, another question I've been getting recently by a lot of people is super, super common. In fact, I was chatting with one bloke about it last night over the phone, trying to help him out. It's anxiety, right? So many people get anxiety these days, and it sucks. So the thing about anxiety is that nobody actually teaches you how to deal with it. It's a really, really, it's almost like a frowned upon. It's like a something that gets swept under the rug and isn't acknowledged as actually being a pretty big but preventable issue that a shitload of people have. Like I'm talking about like a shitload. A lot of people have anxiety and get it every single day. And the thing about this is that you don't need to be ashamed. You don't need to be worried about it, because it's something you can control and you can fix. Okay. What anxiety is it's a deficiency of GABA. Nothing more, nothing less. That is it. It is a deficiency in GABA. So when you have low levels of GABA, pretty much your body's in overdrive. Your body is just seeking to just go, 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 and there's nothing calming it down. Your adrenaline levels are pumping, your dopamine's pumping, okay, and your brain is just going, 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 going. That's why for those of you who've had anxiety, that's why you find like you just can't settle down, you can't sit still. When you try to go to bed, your head's just racing, 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 and it sucks. You can't sleep, right? I've been there too, and it's not fun at all. And the thing is, you can control this, right? All you need to do to start with, right, you just need to start actually taking a little bit of GABA, right? Take a little bit of GABA itself, and that will begin to calm you down. Improve your serotonin levels by using a bit of 5-HTP or some inositol, something like that. And then start practicing meditation, gratuity, and deep breathing every single day. That will in itself make you overcome it. When you feel that anxiety coming on, start taking some deep breaths. Anxiety occurs when you are in fight or flight mode. So when your body is perceiving stress, that's what happens. By doing deep breathing, by taking your breath for 3 seconds in, holding it for 1, 3 seconds out, holding it for 1, okay, and just doing that repeatedly, that will bring you straight out of that state of anxiety, no matter how bad it is. You honestly cannot beat that. So you need to make sure that you're just pumping, pumping, pumping. Now, Jimmy Donovan has just said, or just asked, how often can you take GABA in a day? You can take GABA, actually you want really, there's hardly an overdose limit. I mean, I've had myself, I've taken 6 grams of GABA at once. I felt a little bit funky. I got like a flush in the face and a couple of tingles and stuff like that. And yeah, so that was the most. Actually, no, it's 6 grams or 3 grams. I took a fair bit. Yeah, so yeah, man, you can take a fair bit of it. All right, 3 grams. I'd say up to 3 grams, somewhere around that. Try it, play around with it. Unless you just go stupid and go up to taking 10 grams, I doubt it's going to have any bad effects. Now, another question which Josh has just put to me just now is, you know, James, can you just do a beginner's guide to neurochems or neurotransmitters? So I thought I'd run you guys through this because it's really, really interesting, because these things cover everything. So every single thing in your life that happens, every single way you think, every single way you act, all that stuff, right? These are all controlled, all governed by neurotransmitters and neurochemicals, right? What are they? All right? I always harp on about them. I always drop big words like GABA, dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine, those sorts of things. What are they? Well, they're pretty much little chemicals that run around your body and tell you to do stuff. They are like the light switch. So when you flick a light switch on, your light comes on. When these neurotransmitters go from one point to another, they flick a light on. So they make your muscles contract. They make your brain think. They give you an emotion. These are your soul. These are what you actually do. These are how you feel, how you respond to situations, the whole lot. This is what those things are, okay? And so with these, obviously, if you have insufficient numbers of them, it's not going to work out too well for you. If you have insufficient numbers of light switches in your house, if all your switches are turned off, well, your fucking lights aren't going to be on, are they? And it's the same in your body. If you don't have enough neurotransmitters going around, your body isn't going to be able to do things. And when this happens, this is often when life starts going down for you. Down, 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 down. And it's not a very fun slope, okay? What you need to do is you need to make sure these neurotransmitters are balanced at all times. Keep them nice and balanced, nice and level, and keep everything, in what we call homeostasis, which is where your body is at its happiest level, right? So how do you do that? Well, it all starts with not eating like a dickhead. If you don't eat like a dickhead, you're generally going to have pretty good health and your body's generally going to be pretty happy, okay? If you're eating stupid amounts of stupid food all the time, well, it's going to be upset. Have you ever gone out and had a cheat meal one day and smashed a whole heap of gluten and dairy and woke up the next day really grumpy? You can't figure out why you're grumpy and you're cranky. Well, you've just thrown out your neurotransmitters, okay? The next thing is looking after your gut microbiome, because your gut microbiome actually makes a large number of neurotransmitters to your body. So the vast majority are actually made within the gut. Okay, that means your GABA, your serotonin, and your dopamine, the three biggest ones. So they're always made in your gut. And so if you're not looking after your gut, well, bang, there that goes. The next one is exercise. Exercise will actually regulate your neurotransmitters and change them. So when you go lift and you go train, you do something, you'll get a dopamine burst. And then as you continue to exercise, you'll then get a serotonin burst and a reduction of dopamine. This allows you to chill out, calm down, okay? So after your workouts, you should actually be more relaxed than before, particularly when you're training with me and I'm getting you to take even more 5-HTP afterwards, right? So that's a big one. Then the next one, obviously, is supplementation. If you are supplementing and you are utilizing all the nootropic hacking methods, which I recommend for like my clients, then you are straight away, we're going to balance out your neurotransmitter profile, particularly those who are on my anti-aging course and my advanced, my comp prep guys, my IBS people, my anxiety people, all you guys, I'm going to be balancing out your neurotransmitters like straight away, which is why we do those really weird tests for you. Okay? So that is the beginner's guide to neurotransmitters. In summary, they are neurotransmitters are little chemicals which float around, turning on light switches in your body, making shit happen. They're your emotions, they're your feelings, they're your muscle contraction, they're your gut movements, everything. Okay, that's what neurotransmitters are. They control literally everything. All right. Now, Ryan's just said, a friend recommended apple cider vinegar today. How beneficial is it, as I know nothing about it? Apple cider vinegar is mint. It's really, really good. The good thing about apple cider vinegar is that it increases the amount of hydrochloric acid in your stomach. So it will actually, it is a form of acid, and so it increases the acid in your stomach. And when that happens, you actually kill off bad bacteria which shouldn't be in there, right? You help digest the food and you start the digestive process. If you have insufficient acid levels in your stomach, straight away your digestion is going to go down immediately, okay? And it's very, very hard for you to come back from that. So you need to have a small amount of, well, particularly in our Western lifestyle these days, you need to have a small amount of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of hydrochloric acid supplementation to make you feel better. On top of this as well, there was a study done back in the day, or a study, I'm not sure if it was a study or just anecdote or whatever, but they showed the difference between cows who ate fermented apples, so apple cider vinegar, in a paddock, as opposed to cows who didn't. They showed the ones who ate the apples in the paddock had roughly, I think it was a 25% increase in lifespan. Not a bad idea, right? I'd risk it. Even if that story is an old wives' tale and it's bullshit, I'll still buy into it just in case it does, because, you know, what's wrong with apple cider vinegar? The only thing you need to look out for with the apple cider vinegar is making sure that you're washing it down with a bit of water so that you don't rot your teeth, because being an acidic thing, it can draw out the calcium from your teeth, because when you have an acid, you need a base to neutralize it, and the base is calcium. All right? So keep that one in mind. Shani Luthwaite just said, hey, bud, heading into South Bank tonight to meet you and get some advice for an older fellow about training nutrition. Shane, well, I'll see you there. Mucho Mexicana. Look forward to it. Big Al. Al just said, hey, Chan, quick question. Thoughts on frying potatoes, not with shit oil, but olive oil? Mate, how deep are you going to fry it? That is the question I'll ask you. Hit me back and I'll help you out. Sully has just asked, how can I get onto one of your programs? Brother, Sully, I'll just get in touch with you. That's probably going to be the easiest way, and we can have a little chat over Messenger and see if you're going to be a good fit, and we can go from there, all right? Pretty much, if you're serious, we're going to work with you. If you're not serious, then we won't. But yeah, I'm sure you are, man. If you're watching this, I'm happy to help you out, man. Okie doke. Next one I've been getting asked lately. What are the best supplements for gut health? I get asked this all the time. What are the best supplements for gut health? there is no one universal supplement which is good for gut health, because all of you are different, right? Very, very different, right? You're black, you're white, you're purple, you're red, you're different, you're big, you're small, you're fat, you're short, you're whatever, right? You're all very, very different people inherently. And so I can't just go out and say, oh, yeah, this is going to be good for everybody in the world, straight up, because it doesn't work like that at all. So what you need to do is you need to find out what you're deficient in, what you need more of, what you're good with, and what you don't need more of. So, for example, if you already produce a healthy amount of hydrochloric acid in your stomach, you do not need to supplement with extra acid, okay? You just don't, because it's not going to help with anything. If you have insufficient levels, then yes, acid's going to be the best thing ever for you. If you have already sufficient levels of digestive enzymes being produced by your pancreas is working really, really well, you're not going to need more, right? Simple, right? What you need to do is you need to find out what you're good with and what you're bad with. If your neurotransmitters are out of whack, you've got to sort them out. So for some people, the best supplement ever is a bit of Phenibut. Thank you, TGA, for taking that off the market, you absolute fuckwits. That is the Australian Therapeutic Goods Administration, that corrupt, unintelligent, malicious regime which is restricting us from utilizing supplements which actually help us and help us be healthy. But yes, so a really good one is Phenibut for a lot of people, 5-HTP for some others, and I guess inositol too can help out in a big, big way. So it really depends from person to person. In general, from the vast number of clients that I've seen, the best thing you can do to help your gut health is to relax. Actually doing deep breathing is the best thing. It's awesome, really helps your gut, massaging your gut, taking a bit of 5-HTP and a bit of GABA will help you in a big, big way. Now, Al's just asked about light frying potatoes in olive oil. To be honest, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't do it because, well, Al is not in macros. But in general, you can just air fry stuff. Get an air fryer. An air fryer is the shit. It is awesome. Get an air fryer, chop up your potatoes, whack them in for 27 minutes at 180 degrees. That's it, Pop Shred secret. And if you do that, then bang, literally you make the most amazing little potatoes with no extra fat. It's pure carbs. Okay. If you are trying to bulk and you need to get your calories in hard and you are mixing fats and carbs, which I don't often see as the best results, but anyway, if you are bulking hard and you do need to combine them, yes, definitely whack in a little bit of oil on top. Okay, doke. Who we got? Anti-aging. Okay. So a few people have been asking me recently just about anti-aging because I keep mentioning about what I'm doing there. And first of all, what the fuck is anti-aging? All right, we all get old. Like, well, how can you stop aging from happening? A big misconception at the moment is that anti-aging is just taking peptides and testosterone. That is bullshit. That is not anti-aging. That is fucking pro-aging. All right, testosterone and peptides and the human growth hormone are all pro-aging. They are not anti-aging supplements. They are pro-aging, okay? That is not how it works. What anti-aging is, it is limiting the effect of damage on your body. And fuck, we all want to do that. If you can undergo anti-aging and you can slow the rate of damage to your body, you will be able to live better for longer. So a higher quality of life for longer. And the best way to undergo anti-aging is to stop inflammation. So we've been over inflammation a few times now. And what inflammation is, for those of you who haven't seen it, is when the body gets damaged, it heals itself and it brings in inflammation. Inflammation brings swelling and blood flow. It brings in pain to immobilize the area, and it elevates cortisol to assist with the healing process. And when you have this all happen, all right, it's like a sprained ankle. So you sprain your ankle, it swells up, like it hurts, all right? You don't want to walk on it, and your cortisol levels go up because the cortisol resolves the inflammation, chews it, and eats it away. That's why when people get ligament and tendon damage, a lot of doctors just want to put a bit of cortisone in there, which is like cortisol, to break down the inflammation and get it away, even though the inflammation is the stuff that's making it heal. So the inflammation makes the damage heal. However, the only issue is that when you are constantly getting damaged in your body at a cellular level, and this inflammation is there all the time, it stops you from working. Much like how it stops your sprained ankle from working, it stops your cells from working. They don't produce the things that they're meant to as well as what they should. And so when you have this, your body stops working and it starts to age. And that's what aging is in summary. And so we want to stop that, because as soon as aging sets in, you will no longer be as good as what you were before. All right? So if you want to learn more about this, just shoot me a message, shoot us an inbox, and we'll be able to help you out and give you a bit of info. Now, Paulie's just said, love the secrets. Just want to say how well the support staff are. Awesome job, fellas. That's pretty good, isn't it, Joss? I like that. You're a legend, Paul. I really appreciate that, mate. We put a lot of fucking effort into this, so that's really cool of you to say that. Big Al's just asked again, overtraining, is it real or is it not? Good question. I'm going to steal a phrase from a bloke called Charles Poliquin. Very, very intelligent fella, all right? Very arrogant, very pig-headed, but very, very intelligent. Really top-notch trainer. And he says there's no such thing as overtraining, but there is only underresting. Now, I agree to that. I agree with that to a sense, in that if you are resting sufficiently and you're recovering sufficiently, you will never be overtrained. All right. So if you're training 5-6 hours a day, but you're recovering for the rest, you're going to be sweat, and it's always going to be balanced. The issue with that is that when you are training and you've got a shitload of stress, then everything goes to shit. And this all comes back to balancing the 5 stresses. Now, Al, you've heard me talk about the 5 stresses, right? Emotional, psychological, digestive, resting stress, and physical stress. If you start unbalancing those stresses, you've got shit going on at home, work sucks, you're not sleeping, you're training a fuckload, yes, you're going to get overtrained, symptoms of overtraining, okay? But it's not necessarily about the training itself, which is bad, it's everything else that you're doing. So you should be able to train your ass off, but rest the rest of the time. Excuse me. That is how you're going to avoid overtraining. So in a sense, no, overtraining doesn't exist. It's about balancing the rest of the stress and the shit that you've got going on. All right, but at the same time, yeah, it can occur. Overtraining does occur if you are training too much for your lifestyle with too much stress on. All right, I hope that answers the question. Stevie Quinlan just said, can't lift heavy enough. Tips to increase. Seriously struggle with 3 reps of 40. Slight injury, but for fuck's sake, it's not getting easier. Steve, you've got to fix your injury, okay? The next thing, we've got to fix your movement patterns. So if you're not moving correctly and your joints are all out of alignment and whatnot, you're just not going to be able to get optimal results, right? So you need to fix the way you're moving. Feel free to put up a video in the Shred community and we can easily help you out. We've got plenty of legends in there who'd be more than happy to give you a bit of advice. Brad has just asked a really good question. Does lack of sleep, i.e. working night shift, have an effect on neurotransmitters? And if so, how would you combat it? Fuck yeah, dude. Massively. Lack of sleep massively has an effect on neurotransmitters. Straight up. It will change them dramatically. I mean, think about it, right? All your gut is working and recovering and healing at night. And when your gut is working, recovering and healing, it's producing neurotransmitters and resting. And so at night is also the time when you're meant to be in rest and digest. When you're meant to be sleeping, your nervous system shuts off, okay? So if you're running night shift, your neurotransmitters are going to be all over the shop. Your hormones are all over the shop. Cortisol is meant to spike in the morning and then drop down through the rest of the day. When you're on night shift, you'll have a spike in the morning and then it'll drop down a little bit and then you'll have another spike at night. And it really throws it out of whack, these natural rhythms, your circadian rhythms, which you should Google, by the way, Brad, if you're not familiar with them yet. Your circadian rhythms get smashed, absolutely smashed and thrown all over these shop. And it's not fun at all, okay? So you need to make sure that you're looking after yourself there. So the biggest way to do so, biggest way to improve that is, number one, when you're going to sleep, block out all blue light. Block them all out. You've seen my celibacy glasses, or those of you who are on my Instagram, you've seen my celibacy glasses. If you're not on my Instagram, check it out. It's JamesCant_. All right, and you can see what I'm talking about there. You've got blue light blocking glasses. The next thing is you crunch the melatonin, smash the melatonin. It's great. A bit of 5-HTP will also help you out. Plus utilizing better dieting techniques to really make sure that you are getting optimal results. Now, Manny Lynette has just asked, hey, Big Rig, what's best and cleanest pre-workout? The best and cleanest pre-workout, my man, would be nothing that any mainstream company sells. All right, most of the ones that they sell are absolute shit. The best thing you can do is what I do for my guys: get a bit of tyrosine in there, or some L-carnitine, or some arginine, bit of citrulline, beta-alanine, something like those. Any of those ones, that is going to be your best bet for pre-workout. Okay, that is what I recommend. That is what you're going to need, definitely, by far. Okay. Now, Joss, is there anything that we've missed that we should be covering?
You covered everything.
Covered everything.
Exciting news.
Few exciting ideas. Oh, more exciting ideas. It's gonna be sick. I'm pretty excited. I'm already excited out today. And then we got fucking Mexican. Exciting ideas. They're Mexican. I'm excited. All right, guys. Well, look, I'm gonna sign off then. I'll see you all later. I've seen Graffy. You've just joined. Graffy, I hope you're coming down tonight, Chief. I really want to see you there, mate. But yeah, we're gonna sign off. See you later. If you've got any more questions, keep pumping them away because we'll either answer them on the next live or in the Shred community. Okay, so keep commenting. And yeah, keep going hard, keep getting big, keep getting strong, keep getting lean. All right, and I'll see you in the next live. Now I'm off to Mucho Mexicano to get a feed and meet up with whoever's coming down. Adios, enjoy your day.